intro. What is up, YouTube, and welcome to the Race Flames Radio Show. This is going to be another amazing show. Holy moly, holy moly. Beautiful Sunday morning, 7:50 a.m. here in California, and it is getting gorgeous. The sun's coming up. It's out of control. It's time for the Race Flames Radio Show. Man, you guys know I love me some hip-hop. You guys know we have an amazing hip-hop crew that comes out here constantly. We have a bunch of hip-hop bands, but you know my background. I'm a freaking rocker from way back, punk rock. We used to play, matter of fact, we were at the Thai restaurant yesterday, or not at the Thai restaurant, we were at the Jack in the Box next to the Thai restaurant, and the Thai restaurant, I don't know, you guys probably don't know this, young hipsters don't know this, but that used to be a punk rock club called Chex. And we used to play there, and so we'd have to sell tickets to play there, first of all. And it was literally a bar, bro. They had a bar, freaking. So you'd sell tickets, and then the people that bought the tickets would have to wait on the brick wall outside in the front to get in the show. So they'd have my tickets, they'd get in the show, they'd watch us rock out the stage. I had a mohawk, freaking high as hell. I had 20 whole Doc Martens shorts all the time, jumping off stage, doing crazy stuff. So I'm a rocker at heart. I love freaking rock band. So finally, we got a rock band in the studio today, ladies and gentlemen. They have a new song called Stuck. And guess what? You guys are going to be the first ones ever to hear it. This is a Raise Flames exclusive. Aren't you glad that you subscribed to this channel? Because you're getting all the exclusives here on the Raise Flames show. You're going to get this song first ever. It's not released. It's releasing here like we normally do always with all of our bands. It's a Raise Flames exclusive release. It's called Stuck, and I took a little sneak peek. I took a little. I didn't go all the way. I was like, well, I better wait. But I got a little taste. I was like, whoa, you guys are gonna love this. Holy moly, this band's amazing. Again, if you're just joining us, this is gonna be another amazing show. Please, before we listen to the new song, let's get to know this band. Please help me welcome Tomorrow's Effect to the show. Welcome in, my friends.
Hello, how are you?
There they are. Look at that. Good. Tomorrow's Effect in the house, a live band in the studio, guys. Welcome in. Welcome, chatters. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in, guys. How you doing this morning?
Not very shabby.
Awesome.
How about yourself?
Good. I woke up nice and early, and the sun's coming up. I woke up, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, there you go.
When you get my age, it's like, hey, I woke up. That's a good day.
Yeah.
Before we start, let's go with Obid, and down the road, tell everybody who you are, what you play.
My name's Obed, and I'm the drummer.
Obid the drummer.
Heck yeah.
Welcome in.
My name is John, and I play the bass.
John the bass.
My name's Raymond, and I play guitar and I sing.
Best name in the world. Guitar and sings. Fantastic. Beautiful. Tomorrow's Effect, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about this project. How did it start? Did everybody in the band always play instruments? You guys were each a virtuoso in you guys were like an expert from Boston music with your instruments, or how did this skill set start with the band?
I'll try to keep a long story short. But
make it long. We're like the Joe Rogan show over here.
Well, we started in 8th grade. We've had a lot of lineup changes since then, but me and John decided to form a band in 8th grade, and we were just young kids playing Seven Nation Army, and just
Nice.
he was picking up the bass for the first time. I had been playing guitar for a while already since I was like 8.
8 years old.
Yeah,
Wow.
but
Yeah, I hear there's videos of you. See, I'm a journalist. I hear there's videos of you playing like really young at talent shows and stuff like that, just rocking it out. Is that true?
Yeah. That's it.
yes,
Nice.
that is true. My
Wow.
dad would record everything. But so we had our fun. It was really cool. And once we hit high school, we experimented a little bit. Like I was on drums, even though my main instrument is guitar. So we had our friend Eric hop on drums. It was me, John, Eric, and Emerson. Shout out to them. We love them.
Yo, yo, yo.
And then we met Thomas our freshman year, and he joined. So there was 5 of us at one point.
But you were on drums in the beginning.
Yes.
So you had another singer?
No, I played drums and I sang.
Oh, like the Eagles. What is that? What's
I
up?
forget his name, but yes,
Yes.
he's really dope. I love the Eagles.
Dude, hell yeah. The Eagles. What's up, Twinkle Light Arturo? Welcome in.
Yeah.
Twinkle Light Arturo.
The
Yeah.
homie.
Painting Polish in the house. What's up, Painting Polish? Welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to if you're just joining us, Tomorrow's Effect live in the studio. We've got a new release, so hang with us. We're getting to know the band, the backstory. They started out with a 5-piece band. Raymond was on the drums and singing like he was playing Hotel California with the Eagles, and the other guys were they just fluff or they were good too?
What was the question?
Well, yeah, John. Yeah, John.
yeah, John.
You're golden.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Fun fact, actually, we started off all playing guitar.
That is
So just
true.
all guitar
All
band?
guitar, no drums, no bass.
No drums, no bass.
Yeah, there's like this old picture of us just holding guitars, and we're just
Yeah.
oh, man.
Damn, like a
is true.
guitar freaking army.
Yeah.
Like freaking freaking what's that band?
Foo Fighters has like 3 guitarists or like
3
4.
guitars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Crazy.
luckily my dad talked us out of that. We were going to the talent show with 4 guitars,
was
and he was
terrible
like,
idea.
"No, you should have a full band."
Add some bass.
Yeah. So I actually lent him my bass, and he did his thing. We had a drum set. It was my
Was that the
dad's.
first time you touched a bass, John?
Yeah.
Wow. What was that like? Were you terrified?
Oh yeah. Like I didn't know how to play like any instrument at the time. Oh, except like flute, but like that was because of middle school band.
Yeah.
That was my first time touching like guitar to like learn. So it was really cool.
Dang.
Way.
Crazy. So you didn't even really know guitar that much either.
No, I had no idea.
So and then he gives you a bass.
Yeah.
So I guess it didn't matter. You're like whatever.
Yeah, no,
As long as it looks cool.
yeah.
Is it
I was
red?
like, oh, less strings. All right. I like that.
Wow.
So I'll fast forward a little bit because I do want to get to when we met Obed. So
Yeah.
our friend Eric was on drums, I was on guitar, and we were digging it. But then we met Obed, and Obed, he was a really like quiet but really nice guy, and
He still is. Sounds like
yeah, he still is. No, Obed's great.
he's not even talking.
What's it called? Oh yeah, but we'll get there. But and I think at that point it was just more of the fact like I wanted. Well, this is me personally. I'm gonna speak for myself. Like I wanted to share this with as many people as possible.
Like
even
the
though-
group?
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's why I was like, Obed, you should join our band. I know you play drums. Like you and Eric can both play drums, or at that point, I know Eric was kind of on the verge, like, hey, I don't know if I'll keep doing this, but I'll try to go as long as I can. So I guess me asking Obed, us asking Obed was kind of like just in case. We wanted to keep going. So if Eric, had to drop out, we got
And Eric was playing the drums at that time.
yeah.
Okay, so then just in case you had Obed, but that's kind of freaking cool, you Raymond. Like you're like, it's not. I mean, obviously, it's always about the music, but for you, it seems like it's also about like your friends and your fellowship that you got going on with your homies
At that time, yes.
at that time.
Yeah, we were in high school.
Now it's just hardcore. Now it's just we're going for gold.
Yeah, I would say you get to a point where you're like, no, this is a business and it's great to do it with your friends. But if you have to make decisions along the way, you make them.
Sure.
And then our friend Chris joined, and it was us 4 for a really long time. That's when we were playing House of Blues, The Glass House.
Oh, damn.
Chain Reaction. So shout out to Chris. We love you.
And at that time, it was. How long ago was this?
When Chris joined, that was about junior year.
So that was what,
Going into senior year,
17, 18.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
2017. Cool. So the band's been going for. And was it called Tomorrow's Effect at that time?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Cool. So Tomorrow's Effect since 2017, rocking the Glass House, rocking House of Blues,
Yeah, those were good times.
all these places, and with the 4-piece
Yes.
at that time. Who was playing? So Eric was on the drums, John was on the bass, you were on guitar and singing.
Yes. Well, once we were the 4-piece at that point, Eric, Emerson, Thomas, they had departed. And then, Chris was in it at that point. So it was me on guitar and vocals, Chris on guitar, John on bass, Obed on drums.
Okay, cool. So you had 2 guitars.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then at some point, the other guitar player drops out.
Yeah, the Chris, he decided to pursue his career and do his thing, and we're proud of him, and we love that he, made that decision for himself. So it's been us 3 for maybe about 2 years now.
2 years.
We just started going, we started releasing a lot of new music, and now this song's out that we're gonna get to listen to. I actually have a quick question. Obed, what was your point of view when
Oh,
we
he's taking over the show. I love it.
asked you to join the band? Because I've always kind of wanted to wonder that.
I was scared shitless.
Why were you scared of it?
Well, it's because I've always been around that time I was always very shy and very
But did you play the drums at all?
I did play the drums. I started playing the drums in 8th grade, I think.
Okay, so you had the talent.
I mean, I didn't think so at the time. I've always been very what's it called? I'm my biggest
Critic?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all are.
And
Don't
when
worry.
he asked me, I actually rejected it the first time. I was like,
did.
no, it's not really what I play right now. I'm not that good.
Did Raymond, had you heard him play the drums at all before?
Until that point, he would always be in the band room just messing around, and that was what made me realize he played drums. And I was like, hey. And he did reject us the first time.
Wow.
in a nice way, like you said, just wasn't feeling it yet.
But there was 2 things. Number 1, you liked the guy, and then number 2, you must have heard something you liked when he was messing around, fiddling around back there, right?
I would always annoy him, and I would say, "Play in Bloom," that Nirvana song, the very beginning, how that drum part, da da boop 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 boop. He would always do it.
There you go. You can
I would
play
ask
songs
him,
on the call.
Yeah, and I asked him just to mess with him 3 times in 5 minutes. He would do it.
He didn't know it was a
was so
rehearsal. I mean, he didn't know it was an audition. It was the audition for your show, for you getting into the band, dude.
Sure, you could put it that way. I didn't even think of it that way.
So you were terrified of it?
Yeah, no, I definitely was. And then the second time, I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then he gave me a long list of songs that he wanted me to learn to kind of catch the vibe of what the band was playing at the time.
Right.
And it was complete opposite of what I was playing. It was a lot of punk, a lot of fast songs, a lot of some grunge stuff at the time. It was mainly Nirvana that they were covering. And I just remember being like, all right, I gotta lock in, I gotta learn these songs and just try to be as good as I can. And then the first time I played with them, I think it was when we were still switching off drummers mid shows. It was during one of our school shows. I forgot what we were doing.
It was the art walk.
Yeah, it was an art show gallery that they would do every once a year, and they would have live performers. And then was I playing the last song for that show?
I think you played somewhere in the middle in the last song. Yeah.
They just switched out drummer mid show or last song.
Yeah. They would switch the drummer, and then I think that was the first show I played with them. And I just remember just being so terrified.
Hands sweaty, and you were just shaking, playing the drums.
I'm pretty sure I dropped a stick. I don't know. It was a blur because I was just it was scary. But
That's freaking awesome.
playing with them ever since.
That's it. There's the Obit story, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
By the way, you're a great interviewer there. Good job. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
You did your first interview and interviewer on the show, on the Race Plays exclusive. That's the Race Plays exclusive. If you're just joining us, Tomorrow's Effect on the show, and you're probably curious, how does this band even sound? Let's find out. Let's put it on the screen capture for you. This song called I Know by Tomorrow's Effect on the Race Plays radio show. There's those drums? That ain't drums. Oh, we can do it. Boom! Holy moly, you have just joined the Race Plays radio show. If you're just popping in, Tomorrow's Effect live in the studio. You just heard it. It's hard as heck. Love that song. It's heavy. Obit with the opening. And then back in on the one. Crazy, amazing. I love it. It's heavy. It's heavy. You got great drums. You got great bass. Great. The thing that I love about the guitar, your distortion is very clean distortion. I notice a lot of it's distorted, but it's like not like it's like not like all messy distortion. It's like a really clean distortion. It's just, you know what I mean? So it's just like it's very nice, and that's good to the ear, especially on the radio. It sounds really well. Who by the time they're firing the chat, let's go fire in the chat for Tomorrow's Effect.
Thank you.
They're liking what they hear. Who does the production? Like, who records all this stuff for you guys?
I'm happy to say it's a team effort, really.
You guys just do it yourself?
Yeah.
What the heck? And then how does it get mastered?
This guy right here.
You master it?
Yeah, I made the master.
So now you're, I don't know, how did you, you're going to make your own Capitol Records. You're a master, you're an engineer now of it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been doing it since, what was it, 2019, I think? All of our songs we've always recorded in our little studio that we have, but then I think in 2019 we're like, all right, let's take it serious and let's do it even better than what we were doing before. So then I started taking audio classes at Mount Sac.
Oh, sick!
From there,
it's
I
working.
Using my skills to just make us sound better.
Dang, good job, dude. It sounds clean.
Yeah, oh man.
And it's all in house. So you don't gotta pay nobody. That freaking say it's a cost saver for sure. Holy moly.
Dinner.
Yeah.
While he's done.
There you go. That's just one. I mean, you have a lot of different styles too. Let's listen to another one called Someday. And just so you guys can get an overall feel of the band, they don't just do heavy stuff, they do some melodic and mellower stuff too. So check out Someday on the Race Plays radio show.
Choice is mine. someone, and I will try someday.
Hearts in the chat, let's go. Tomorrow's Effect is live in studio. You're listening to Someday. Holy moly. Beautiful stuff, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's crazy because you have so many different styles. You have stuff that's almost like got this Pennywise intro. Shout out to Pennywise. There's a legend, by the way, when I was playing punk rock that I don't know if you know Uptown. Would you're familiar? There's got those 2-story studios.
Yes.
There's one on top of the window. I played my first show in there.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
And there was packed. It was like it's you know how small those places are. It was packed. It was crazy. And they say, I don't know if it's true, that there was a wall right there and there was a group of guys, I don't know who they were, but they said that was Pennywise back in the day.
Really?
But that was before Gotta Keep Them Separated. So like nobody probably knew who they were or whatever, but that's the bad back in the day.
That's cool.
That's crazy, right? That's my Pennywise story. But you guys got a lot of different stuff. This one's a little Morrissey-esque, if you will. I like your guitar melodies, Raymond, because a lot of them are, I don't know if they're in force. I used to be a musician years ago, so I can't even remember, but they're like kind of melodic, like the way kind of Jane's Addiction. Do you know Jane's Addiction?
Yeah.
The mellowy kind of like melodic, the way you kind of just play your little melodies. Sometimes it kind of reminds me of like the Jane's Addiction style, like Dave Navarro type stuff.
Yeah, I got to give some credit to John, because honestly, that opening bass line you hear, you know, that's what the song started with. So all I did was, you know, how can I write something like that and harmonize with him? So I gotta, like, when it comes to melodic guitar playing, I gotta give a lot of credit to John. He's kind of brought it out of me.
Wow.
Because, you know, if you
Let's go,
you listen to our old stuff, it's just a lot of power chords, you know, more punk, which is totally great.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun, but as we've matured and grown, you know, like, I feel like melodies make a song. Well, there's a lot of chord progressions that are used, and, you know, you could take them and use them yourself, but what really separates, so that you're not just copying what others are doing, it's the melody. So
I love it.
I really appreciate that, and thanks, John.
I love it. I think that I get it, because a lot of time when I would play guitar back in the day, I couldn't. I mean, you could jam by yourself, but when you'd hear somebody else, like you just like. The thing that we can do as musicians is we can communicate with our instrument. Yeah. We can actually talk to each other, which people, if you're not a musician, you don't understand, but you guys understand, right? Like you could talk to each other. You just like, it becomes a conversation, right? When you're what they call it a jam. Well, if you're jamming right and it sounds good, it's like a good conversation. It's either it's gonna be like, yeah, everybody yelling, nobody can hear each other, or it's gonna be a nice conversation where everybody's being heard. And I think that's the flow of a good band.
That's a great point.
Right?
Wow. Yeah.
Yes. I do that too much.
Huh? What's that?
Like during rehearsals, when we're like rehearsing for like a show or something like that, when there's like downtime, like we're like, all right, let's just take a break because we've been rehearsing long enough. Me and Oba like look at each other and just be like, and we'll just start playing. Then we're like, hey, that's a new song.
And that's how we've been writing one of our songs recently.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you about that, the writing process. That does it come to your head? Do you, because you have some heavy songs, you have some mellow songs. Who's doing? Are you doing the writing together? Are you sitting in a room, Raymond, and writing because you're the singer? What's the process like for the writing process?
It's come a long way.
Yeah, it's before we were like, all right, I got these chords, let's mess with these chords, and like we were making, you know, like Raymond said, just power chords, something punk, something fast. And throughout the years, lately, I think since last year, our whole EP that was released last year in September.
Holy PETA?
No,
like the Holy PETA.
Oh,
Holy PETA.
Holy PETA, man. What am I hearing over there? It's Holy PETA. What's it called?
That's it.
New Dawn.
New Dawn.
Those are the I Know You and Someday are on that EP.
Okay, yeah.
But you were saying, Obed?
All those songs were written in a span of like what, a month,
Yeah.
and we would just come in every day and be like, all right, what do we got?
Wow.
And either I would start playing a beat, we would start building on top of that, or as of recently, John would always start playing whatever bass rhythm he can think of, and then we would just build off from that. And since then, honestly, John's been doing a lot of like the heavy lifting at the beginning stages of just he writes a bass part, and then we just build off of that. And
That's
how we've been
sick.
writing most of our songs recently.
Yeah.
I love it.
Every
Go ahead.
song on that EP basically has a little story to it. Like, I'll just kind of name a few. For example, like I Know You was John and Obed. Well, John was boom, 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 and then Obed just dropped the beat. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to play with you. And then, the song finished itself. Someday, same thing. But for Loose Ends, that one's one of my favorites because John, I don't think you either showed up to that rehearsal or you were writing late. And Obed was like, hey, Raymond, write a song and use E7. Just use that chord. And that is exactly what we came up with was Loose Ends. And then for This Love, same thing. He was like, Raymond, try to... Oh, I had just bought a loop pedal, the Boss Loop 3.
For This Love?
Yes, and Obed was like, you should write an indie song. So I said, okay, so I'm doing... The first thing you hear is the guitar part, and then I had an octave pedal, so I went below an octave, and he's like, see if you can come with the bass part. Because, John wasn't there yet. So, yeah, let me just see what I come up with. Maybe John will like it, or he'll add his own touch to it.
Oh.
And that's exactly what we came up with. So every song on there has its own story, and I think that's what makes this most recent EP really special.
I love it. You guys are all writing together. You guys are, every individual is part of this album. Let's listen to it. This is a music show, so we will play the songs. This songs he just mentioned, Loose Ends, This Love. Let's play Loose Ends right now. I'll let you guys hear what he's talking about. We will not leave you hanging. Let's listen to Loose Ends.
Shout out to Creative Box Studios, where we recorded this.
Creative Box Studios, if you want to sponsor me, hit me in the DM. Twinkle Light is cheating and going in the background listening to Stuck already. Twinkle Light, you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to go with us. This is like a movie. So talk about what you just said. Like he's Obed and John are jamming like this, and then you kind of
This beginning part was John with that doom doom ba ba, and then me and Obed kind of joined in. But once the beat drops in a little bit, that was where Obed was like, "Hey, Ray, write this E7 thing," and you'll hear it. It's maybe in like 30 seconds, but just mellow.
crazy. Oh yeah, it gets into this groove. That's right in the middle. That's right.
Excuse me.
What you know about that, John?
Huh?
What music school did you go to?
So watch a little build up right here.
Yeah.
This is also John.
This technically was Obed.
And
He was
I play
like,
both.
hey, play this. I was like, okay.
Right. Yeah, it gets in a little Riders on the Storm little groove right here.
Yeah, that's the vibe that I was getting when I heard this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I see you hit it on the nose.
So there's the E7.
Little swinging. And then you're able to open up on the guitar with the chords, the same chords,
Yeah.
but open them up more and like strum them, right?
That like guitar, the strumming pattern you hear,
Yeah.
it's actually it's that one song. How does it go? Don't let go. You've got a reason. I was just thinking of that song and I was like, I like that.
It's awesome. Let's listen to This Love. Cool.
Is this the song of the summer?
Let's go, Cure fans. We got Tomorrow's Effect in the show.
I knew back then that you were worth it. 'Cause I can talk all day about you. I wouldn't be the same without you. There's so much to love about you. And I remember when we first kissed. We were so young and full of bliss. I've never had a love that's like this. All I want you to know is that I am yours and you are mine. I need your touch. And together we will share this love.
I like that.
And all I want is to be stuck here with you. And in my mind, I'm gonna love you till the day I die. But in the end, it's gonna always be me and you.
Well, bonus, Raymond can sing, so you're freaking. You guys are golden. Sometimes it's hard to find a good singer. I know that for sure. I try to sing, and oh my god, that's why I speak now. Stop singing. Some of this just talk. They told me just talk now. You're good. Holy crazy. Welcome in. If you're just joining us, OSA 13121. He or she says, "I love this song. When my bro Obid showed me the draft, I was excited for it." Boom.
Thank you, Osa. That's
There you go. So.
That's Obid's sister.
My sister.
Oh, but sister? Beautiful family affair, my friends. Actually, by the way, you guys know how I found out about this band?
I know, but you can go ahead. I know
Teeth, by the way, these beautiful teeth. Look at my teeth. These wouldn't be this beautiful if it wasn't for the dentist in Uptown Whittier, where I met his aunt Camellia, and she told me about this young man. And there's legends of him playing guitar like 8 years old. She showed me videos of you. She refused to send them to me, but she did show me videos of you rocking on guitar.
Maybe I'll show you behind the scenes.
Oh, see, we can get on the scenes after you guys get that extra. That's going to be on the TikTok show.
Oh yeah.
Holy moly. Crazy. If you're enjoying this, give a thumbs up and follow. Yes, please subscribe to the show. This is the Raceways Radio Show. For more information about sponsorships, hit me in the DM. We've got the for as little as $4.95, you can sponsor the show, keep things going, keep the lights on. We don't have any lights on, so you see now, so you keep the lights, get it back on. So more like that. Crazy. Before we listen to the new track, give us a clue. What direction? Because you guys can go in so many directions. You're so talented. You can do heavy stuff. You can do mellow stuff, melodic stuff. What do you favor? What do you think in the future? What direction do you feel like you might be going?
There's really no definite answer. I think our mindset since about a year ago is just we write what we feel in that moment. And I think I speak for all of us when I say we're not a big fan of being bound to a certain genre or anything like that. I feel like music it's all over. So, like with Someday we were feeling motivational, and that was the product. With I Know You, with the lyrics and everything, like I was feeling angry, so no, I don't personally have an answer to that question. Just whatever we feel, we will write. And that's what this new song will demonstrate.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I feel like it's kind of difficult, for us to like stick with a specific sound. But then again, I feel like Tomorrow's Effect does have like their own sound. But like it's just not like limited by a genre, or at least we're not trying to keep it limited by a genre.
Yeah, we struggled with that for a long time, because for a while we were doing like pop punk back in high school, and then we were kind of teetering towards a little bit of grunge, and then at one point we were like, let's just write whatever we feel like writing. Like if we feel like writing this type of song, let's just do it. Like let's just write music that we want to listen to.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add to that really quick, because like for example, when we were doing like punk rock, classic rock, John was still writing those types of bass lines, and we would literally be like, it doesn't really fit the genre, like let's try changing it. Now it's like literally whatever idea we play, we will turn it into a song somehow, some way, and I really like that about us.
So there's a switch there. So it was like it's good because like you think you're in a genre and you think you're doing this punk rock thing or whatever you're doing, and then there's this switch to openness, and you're like, oh crap, all this stuff that John's been playing in the background, we should have been using that the whole time. Was it like that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's freaking awesome. It's crazy how it's maturity as a band grows, as you start to open yourself up to different types of music. Maybe somebody plays a record for you. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of those before.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are called records.
Cool.
They used to have them back in the day. Is that again? So, yes. This is a museum of this is how they used to play music.
That's dope.
So yeah, your mind opens up. It's just like food, you know. We do a lot of food here on the show, and it's like when you're young, you don't like mayonnaise, where you don't like mustard, but then you get older and you're like, I want onions, mayonnaise, and mustard on my taco. I was talking about the green. So you're open to more things, and then you're able to play more music and more different times. And here's the bonus. Here's what's going to happen to you guys, because you're throwing out singles, because you're throwing out all these different songs. You don't know which one's going to work, which one's going to sell, so which one's going to hit. And that's the way social media is right now. You just throw stuff on the wall and see what sticks, and you guys are able to do that. And you, my friends, have been here for at least 45 minutes hanging out with us. Osa's been here, Twinkle Light's been here, Painting and Polish has been here, and you are waiting for the new song by Tomorrow's Effect. Let's not keep you waiting. Let's play Stuck by Tomorrow's Effect.
Hope you enjoy.
Dental networking is the best. Captive audience. I love it, Painting Polish. I would have never found him. You got to go to the dentist every 6 months. You better check those dentures out.
Feel
Wait for it.
Holy crap. Holy crap. I swear I was going to have a mediocre. I was going to try to just be like, no, this is incredible, dude. I was trying to figure out the sound of these. This is that sound. This is the Tomorrow's Effect sound. John said we have a sound. I was like, oh, you have a different sound. No, this right here, this song is your sound.
Oh, we're glad.
Dude, you got technically too. Ovid, you separated the drums. You can hear the separation that I don't know what you mic'd them. Obviously, you're doing some miking techniques or something like that.
Yeah. So for this record, we actually used our friend's studio, 7th Avenue Studios.
Okay.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Keep
to
using that studio. that worked.
Yeah, no, so we were able to use a lot of his special microphones and preamps that he has and to record the drums. And then our approach for recording this song was different compared to the other ones. So before we would record each instrument individually, and we would start with the guitar, and then we go from bass, and then we go to drums, and it sounded okay, but you don't get that live feel, and there's a slight disconnect to all the instruments when you combine them to mix them. But for this one, we're like, let's just do it live. Like, let's record it live.
Dude,
And
that's
if
the
we
way.
have to overdub, then we can do it afterwards.
Yeah.
So we have John going in straight to the board, same with the guitar, but we're all in the same room. So we're all able to feed off of each other's energy.
Dude,
And I
That's
think
the
that's
way.
what made this song sound as good as it is.
Dude,
This is my
gotta
favorite
do
song
that.
that we've ever written so far.
you got to do that every time. Play together, because there's some kind of energy that you guys have together. Because you can do that. You've obviously learned that by doing this experiment. You went into a studio that's professional. You can be live, and there's no mess. You can microphone a certain way to where the listener is like, oh, that drum's by itself in a room.
Yeah.
You can hear it, and it makes a clean. That is, all your stuff is good, but that is the best I've ever heard you got. Like that is a freaking masterpiece right there, dude.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I almost wanted to stop in the middle, because I was like excited, but I was like, I gotta let this thing play through. What the hell? I was like, damn. You give me 10 of those. You give me 10 of those, I'll listen to that every day, dude.
Oh, thanks.
You give me 10. You guys got more of those? Possibly.
Yeah.
Nice. Holy moly, that's a freaking sick song, dude. Stop. Also, your singing, Raymond, it seems to be like maturing as well, like growing in a way. Like you tried some different. You're a great singer. All your songs, you can hear it, but it seems like you were trying some different things here. Does it seem different to you?
Yeah. First of all, thank you. Yeah, like I think range wise, this song, it's like in the chorus I'm going way up here, and then in the verses I'm like kind of like whispering. It's a very vulnerable song about a vulnerable topic, and
What is it about?
it's about, I feel like you might John, sorry, I can't talk. John could probably explain a little better.
I guess it's like, it's about, like, say, I got a significant other, and, they overthink a lot. They're always, feeling down about themselves and everything. And you want to be supportive, and you want to, help them get out of that rut. And so it's just kind of like you reaching out to them. It's like, you're stuck in your head, you know, I want to save you from those thoughts, from those like kind of dark moments that you have towards yourself.
So is it like a chick that you're dating, but she's kind of like has these thoughts, kind of like anxiety, or like me, like think constantly thinking crazy thoughts. It's kind of like that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since music is subjective as well, like people might interpret it like, you know, that I think that's kind of what the song is about. But just even within yourself, like if you're stuck within yourself, like basically my goal for this song is to appeal to people who might struggle with their mental health, and you know, they're kind of I hope this song, I don't know, we all have the songs that we listen to when we're feeling a certain way. So if someone's feeling stuck, or they're just feeling like John said, like in a rut, I hope if they listen to this song, it's like an outlet. Even if it's a song that just makes them cry, like, oh, I'm gonna cry it out. Like that's my goal for this song. But then you get to that little funky part at the end, like, okay, like that's just for the vibes. But
Actually, that part was kind of interesting because that section, when we were recording it, we actually didn't record it to a metronome. So so like in a sense we were like free from the metronome. And I guess like I thought of this like when we did it, but it okay. So basically I was like, oh, we're not using a metronome, so it's like our mind freeing up from the caged thoughts and all that stuff.
Love it.
It was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm free now.
John is your Zen philosopher, man.
I know. Yeah, no, but this song is definitely, I mean, this song kind of has, I feel like, the same vibe as like Someday. You know, it's a little more mellow, and then at the end it kind of kicks in. But yeah, I think this song is more vulnerable. It shows like I don't know what the right word is, just a more vulnerable side.
Yeah, it's a message that you have. It's stuck. You're stuck in your head, and we all get like that, especially creatives. We're thinking like, oh, I got to do this show. I got to go interview tomorrow's effect. But what if I'm not good? What if I don't talk right? What if something goes wrong? These are the things I think in my head before I get on the show. We all think like that. Creatives are like that. This song is a freaking positive situation because it's taking like all the thoughts that we have, and it's 5 minutes. So it's like in the beginning you're stuck in your head, and then it gets to that groove part. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, right? There's that groove part that happens, and it can always get better. Right. Yeah. So you're trying to give some value to the listener. Like, hey, get out of your head. You know, things are going to get better, but you got to get out of your head. Right. At the end of the day, this stuck song will get you unstuck. Listen to this song.
That's the goal.
Amazing stuck song. Amazing philosophy. This song, the what makes it a climactic point for you guys is this. It entails everything that is Tomorrow's Effect. It is the heaviness, it is the mellowness, the great writing, the great words, the great singing. If you can figure out a way to combine your guys' heaviness with your melodicness, that's gonna be the freaking power play. I think, because that's what this song does. It takes the best of all of you guys and puts it on wax. That's what that song did. So you got to do that. Whatever it took to do that, you got to do that 30, however many times. Whatever it's many times to get you a house, get you $1 million. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much.
That house money.
The ending is my favorite. It's like a perfect blend of all of us. Yeah. Like John wrote the doom da do da doom da da, and then Obed heard that and was like, I'm gonna do this. And I remember, I feel like this is like the longest you've ever taken to write a drum part, but I'm glad.
Let's go. Let's listen to that. I have no fear of going back. This is a crazy radio show. Screen capture. I want to go back to those drums. Yeah. That's the way freaking the drummer for Jane's Addiction does that. That kind of tribal drumming. Yeah. You put in those toms in there and forget about it. Yeah. Love it. Crazy. If you're just joining us, Tomorrow's Effect live in studio. Forget my mind, I'm a little frazzled. That song was amazing. That song was freaking Jesus Christ. Oh man, that song's good. Crazy. Twilight Arturo says, awesome single, guys. I'll post it on my live stream on Instagram page. You guys rock.
Thank you, Arturo. You rock.
There you
love
go.
you.
Thank you.
There you go. Holy moly. Do you guys, are you guys going to start releasing singles like this? Are you going to release the whole album, or what's the plan?
Singles.
Yes. Singles.
Singles is the new thing. Like all hip hop artist guys are doing that. So that's cool. It's like back in the day when you did Beatles release or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that.
We have another 2 songs in the work.
We have a lot in the archive.
A lot of the
We have
archive,
so
but
much in the archive.
Like I know you. Technically, it's from the archive.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
from like years ago.
Yeah. Like we have, I don't know, I want to say maybe over 20 songs, 30 songs that it's always usually when we rehearse, there's like a downtime, like Raymond said earlier, there's a downtime, and then me and John just start messing around, and we start playing something, and then we're like, all right, let's save that. Let's keep going.
Yeah, but then Remy gets sick. He's like, guys, stop writing.
Yeah.
We gotta finish the ones we still have. Nah, at this point, I've accepted it. You know, it's a good problem.
You
to
joined
have.
us in
Yeah,
this most
you want to
recent.
stop the free flow of ideas. But then again, start to think about, like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but because everybody tells you what to do probably. And when you're a musician, that's just what happens. But like, figure out that power play of mixing both the heavy and the melodic, because that's what makes a Linkin Park. That's what makes a 311. That's what makes a freaking Blink 182, is where you can find the balance.
Yeah.
And then that's radio play, baby. Crazy. This is a new song by Stuck. We just heard it, a freaking Race Flags exclusive, as always, here on the show. Make sure you're following me to get we always have amazing stuff like this happen. So get yourself subscribe to this channel, the Race Flags Radio Show here on YouTube, and then the Saturday morning show on Twitch. We play all kinds of, that's where I DJ and play music as well. Are you guys playing any live shows coming up?
Our goal is to get some more live shows. Not currently, but we're working on it to play some live shows very soon. Play
Cool.
the new songs from the EP, Stuck. Even some of the ones that haven't been released yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
crazy. So you guys are going to definitely come back on the show?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You would have us.
Yeah, and if people want to keep up with what we're doing, Instagram, Tomorrow's Effect Official, we would appreciate a follow, and please subscribe to Raise Flaves Radio Show.
That's right.
And-
Awesome. Painting Polish, put your Instagram in the chat so you guys can follow Tomorrow's Effect on Instagram right there on the chat.
Thank you.
Click on that link, and you guys will get it. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so
for
much
having
for
us,
having
man.
us. This was a first.
First-
It was
first ever?
so
First
fun.
ever.
You
Yeah.
had a good time?
Yeah, no, awesome. Thank you.
Let's go. This is the Race Flags Radio Show. Juice Gang. Stay thirsty, my friends, and not dangerous. Have a great one.